All right, guys, we are back with top four hat format at Epic Cards and Games. In Hurst, Texas, we got myself on the left playing Sylvans versus Ben on the right playing Evilswarm. Now, this tournament was 4 rounds, Swiss cut the top four, but I did not film the Swiss rounds. I was just not in the mood, honestly. And honestly, this was only we only had like 10 players, so I actually didn't expect them to do top eight, but we hit just the minimum amount of players required for us to do top cut, so yeah, I was shocked. But anyways, Ben opened Rescue Rabbit and activates Rhoda. So for those guys who don't know Rescue Rabbit's effect, I think is you banish it, special summon 2 normal monsters from your deck. Is that what Rabbit does? I don't remember. But Rabbit's effect is only once per turn. So he brings out 2 Evilswarm Heliotropes and then makes Evilswarm Ophion and activates a lure after he Rhodas for the caster. So Ophion's effect is while it has XYZ materials, neither player can special summon level 5 or higher monsters, and you can attach a material to search a Evilswarm Spoiler Trap card from your deck to your hand. So he searched the Pandemic spell, which protects your Ophion from spells and traps, from being destroyed by spells and traps. Anyways, activate Terraforming, add the Sylvan Field spell to my hand. So Ben and I were the 2 seed and the 3 seed. We both lost to Boujans, I believe, to Mergim, who's actually on a pretty hot winning streak. He's won, 10 in a row with his Boujan deck, because he went undefeated in the previous tournament and then went undefeated again. So he's actually never lost in hat. He'll be the other top 4 match. That one will be up after. So we'll see if he can go back-to-back finals. Anyways, I start off by activating the field spell's effect. The field spell is you send a plant-type monster from your hand or face up from your side of the field to put any Sylvan card on top of your deck. So I put the Martial Leaf on top because the Martial Leaf's effect, when it's excavated, you see I'm putting it back on top of my deck with Sylvan Charity. But when that card is excavated, you pop a monster on the field. And the Sylvan Charity's effect is you draw 3 cards and put 2 back on top of your deck with at least one of them being a Sylvan. So I'm going to try to pop his Ophion. Yep, because I know he has the spell, the Pandemic spell, which protects his Ophion from spells and traps, but it doesn't protect him from monster effects. So I use the Princess Sprout's on-field effect, which the Princess effect is you can tribute itself to excavate the top card of your deck. Then you can place 1 Sprout monster on top of your deck. So I summon the Princess, tribute it, excavate the Martial Leaf that I knew is there because I stacked it, and then pop the Ophion. Alright, so now Ben summons Caster, and then extra norm summons Korekion, but I activate Emptiness to stop him from XYZ summoning into Ophion. And then he extra normals the Thunderbird, but this is still going to be a ton of damage as he's about to do. He's going to hit me for 1650, 1750, and I think Korekion is 16, so he leaves me at 3k, which is going to make my Soul Charge not as good. And for those guys wondering, Vanity's Emptiness is a continuous trap card neither player can special summon. And it's another effect is if a card is sent from the field or deck, from your side of the field or your deck to the graveyard, it destroys itself. So you see here, during his end phase, activate the field spell. The Sylvan field spell has a second effect. During your opponent's end phase, you can excavate the top card of your deck. So I sent the Princess, the Emptiness destroyed itself, but I conceded because I couldn't deal with this board. My hand was pretty bad. So Ben, 1 win away from getting to his first finals in hat. First finals period. The furthest he made on the channel was top 4, but Ben usually plays 6 Samurais. He's the 1/6 Sam player at the local, so that's why every time he plays Edison, I always try to feature him. And the last time he made top 4 with 6 Sams, he and I faced, and I knocked him out at top 4 after he won game 1. So maybe history will repeat itself, and I'll Legacy 2 him again here to get to another finals. We'll see. If you guys want to go check out the match, it's on the channel. I've uploaded it like a week ago. So yeah, this is kind of a rematch for us. So I start off with double upstart. But again, we both lost to Mergim's Boujan deck. Mergim is on fire in hat. It's actually only his 2nd tournament in hat, and he has yet to lose a match. That's crazy. He's playing Boujan artifacts. But yeah, he went 6-0 the first tournament and 4-0 here. So he could go 12-0. That'd be pretty impressive. Alright, so activate Sylvan Charity. Let's see, what am I going to put back? Okay, so I revealed a 2nd Sylvan Charity. Remember, for Sylvan Charity, you draw 3 cards and reveal 2. Well, at least one of them has to be a Sylvan card. and you put them on top of your deck. So it looks like I put a Soul Charge on top. So now activate Mount Sylvania, discard the Sage Koya. And yeah, on this day, I kind of didn't want to film the Swiss rounds. I was just not in the mood. Not for Hat. If it was Edison, I almost always film the Swiss rounds for Edison. But since it was Hat, I was kind of like, because right now I'm only uploading one Hat video a day. I try to do 2 Edison videos a day and 1 Hat. The Hat videos almost always go up at 6 p.m. U.S. Central Time. So that's why I was like, I have enough Hat videos. So I was like, I'm only gonna film the top 4. Anyways. So I Miracle Furt the Sage Koya. The Sage Koya, once per turn, its face-up effect is once per turn, you can activate the top card of your deck if it's a plant-type monster. If it's not, it goes to the bottom. So I bring out the Princess Sprout. The Princess, when it's excavated, you can special summon it from your graveyard and declare a level 1 through 8, and it becomes that level. So I go Draco Sack and bring out 2 tokens. Draco Sack's effect is, while you once per turn, you can attach a material to special summon 2 Mecha Phantom Beast tokens. 2 level 3 Mecha Phantom Beast tokens. Now, Draco Sack's other effect is while you control a token, it cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. It has a second effect, which I'll go over here in a second. So Ben starts off by special summoning the Evilswarm Mandragora. That one you can just special summon it if your opponent controls more monsters than you do. So I control 3 monsters, so he special summons the second Mandragora, and I flip Rivalry, and he caught me completely off guard here because I was thinking, what plant-type monster do you run in your deck? And you can see here I'm laughing. I'm double-checking to see if it's a plant. How is that thing a plant? Black Ship of Corn. How in the world is that thing a plant? That's ridiculous. And then Ben's argument is because it's corn. And I'm like, okay. That thing's a pirate ship. How is that thing a plant monster? I couldn't believe it. I was shocked. Okay, anyways. So yeah, Black Ship of Corn's effect is... Well, he's not going to use the effect here. He's just going to attack over the token. Yeah, because Black Ship's effect is... You can send a face-up monster your opponent controls with attack less than or equal to Black Ship. And then if you do, your opponent takes 1,000. But I believe you have to send it to the graveyard. So that's why Ben was like, there's no point to send. Because, yeah, there's just no point. So, Draco Sack's effect, again, I detach a second material, and I got 3 tokens. So I'm going to pop the Black Ship. I could have just popped the Kaiser, but it looks like I decided to just pop the Black Ship. And this caught me completely off guard. Oh my god. This is just... I know I've made this joke in the past. I just can't escape Dark Arb. It doesn't matter. Edison format, Hat format, Tengu format. Heck, I might start playing Modern Yu-Gi-Oh! And someone will drop a Dark Arm on me in Ryze or whatever if I start playing that Ryze deck. I just did not see this coming. He wiped my board, got rid of my Rivalry, got rid of my Draco Sack. I mean, you don't expect Dark Arm and Evilswarm, do you? It's just... I've never seen anyone play it except Ben. And this is the second time he did this to me. Now, the first time he did this to me, it wasn't on camera, so I'm glad we caught it on camera here this time. So, end phase, I'm going to excavate the Sage Koya with the Sylvania effect. So, yeah, the Sage Koya, when it's excavated, you add a Sylvan Spur trap card from your graveyard to your hand. It's not looking good for your hero. And I got second place in our last Hat tournament. I lost to Mergeem again. Yep, I've lost 3 in a row to Mergeem and Hat. He beat me twice in the previous tournament, in Swiss and in the finals, and he beat me round 2 of this tournament. Alright, so I'm activating the field spell, send the Princess. Now, I can only control 1 monster because of the Kaiser Coliseum, so I can either A, pop the Dark Arm, or B, pop the Kaiser. So it looks like I'm going to choose to pop the Dark Arm. That way I can turn off his Kaiser Coliseum. So we already went over Martial Leaf game 1. So I excavate Martial Leaf. Now I can pop the Dark Arm. And he uses Safe Zone. I forgot exactly what Safe Zone does. But yeah, that caught me off guard again. And now I activate Charity. But let's go over Safe Zone's effect. It's a trap card says, activate this card by targeting 1 face-up attack position monster on the field. That face-up monster cannot be destroyed by battle or your opponent's card effects. Your opponent cannot target it with card effects. Also cannot attack your opponent directly. When this card leaves the field, destroy that monster. When that monster leaves the field, destroy this card. So yeah, I stopped. He chained it to Martial Leaf, so it protected his Darkon from being destroyed by Martial Leaf, unfortunately. All right. So it's not looking good. Again, this is a rough matchup for me. Like, I feel like I have to win the die roll and open well in order to beat this deck. If they go first and drop Ophion, it's just rough. Especially when he caught me off guard with that Darkar. Oh, man. What if I would have just popped the Kaiser Coliseum? Alright, so he normals caster, extra normals caster. Attacks over my Sage. Hits me for 34. So I'm at 44. Why is that Miracle Furt not gone? It was attached to the Sage Koya, right? Oh no. How do we not catch this? I'm pretty sure that's Miracle Furt's supposed to go. Hopefully I catch it. Okay, he caught it. Good. Oh, I thought we were about to do an illegal move. Thank goodness. So he pops everything. So this looks awful for me. He's got Kaiser. Yeah, he's got Kaiser, Dark Arm, Ophion. And my side deck is like Rivalry and Flying Sea. That's what I side in this matchup. And MSTs. That's it. I don't side anything else. So we're at 44 to 10,000. I believe that's the correct life point. Yeah, I don't think Ben has taken anything. So I charity him. Did I activate the third upstart? I might have activated the third upstart. Okay, so how do we get out of this? I'm wearing a Mandalorian shirt and I've never even seen that. I've never even seen that show. I've watched Star Wars, but never The Mandalorian. Okay, so I'm reading the safe zone. All right, let's see what else. What else you got, Maine? Ben wants his revenge because I stopped him from making the finals with 6. And you know what the worst part is? When I played Ben, he was playing on 6 Sams. I kind of didn't mind if he beat me. I was like, if he beats me, I get to see 6 Sams in the finals. So I was happy either way. But anyways, here comes Soul Charge. Soul Charge. I know one of you guys in the comments is complaining about me explaining Soul Charge. Look, I'm explaining all the cards because the reason I explain the cards, I know some people don't like it. The reason I do it is because my channel is mostly an Edison channel. Edison is the king of retro Yu-Gi-Oh! It's not even close. And maybe some people who are fans of my channel, they want to maybe learn Hat. That's why I explain all the cards. My channel is still mostly Edison. It's probably always going to be Edison because Edison is the king of retro. I was at YCS Anaheim. We had like 300 people. Anyways, I used the Princess's Proud's effect to excavate the red mushroom. The red mushroom's effect is when it's excavated, you can pop a spell or trap card your opponent controls. So I can either A, pop the Kaiser or pop the safe zone. So he chooses to use Skullmeister. I don't remember that card's effect. It protects. It like negates graveyard effects. That's what Skullmeister does. Yes, when a card effect is activated in your opponent's graveyard, quick effect, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard and negate that effect. Now, I will say this. That card was ruled differently in Hat format than it is in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! At least that's what I was told. But I can't remember exactly how it's ruled. Maybe some of you guys know this one. I know a lot of my locals who are big fans of Hat watch the Hat videos. I actually, the other guy who was in top 4 who's facing Mergine, the 1 seed versus the 4 seed, I hadn't seen him in years. He showed up for Hat, and he said he only watches the Hat videos. So it's interesting that happened. Anyways, I remember I soul charged. I had normal summon, so I'm gonna use Curry Bandit's effect. Curry Bandit's effect is the turn is normal summoned during the end phase. You contribute it to excavate the top 5 cards of your deck. And out of those 5, you add a spell trap to your hand. So I didn't hit anything. But I got pretty lucky with my mills. I hit my second Martial Leaf, the Red Mushroom, and the Princess. So yeah, I popped his Ophion with the Martial Leaf, and pop his save zone with the Red Mushroom. So that was insanely lucky on my part. I was cooked. And remember, the field spell's effect is during your opponent's end phase, you can excavate the top card of your deck. If it's not a plant, you can choose to either A, keep it on top, or the bottom of the deck. And yeah, I was able to wipe it. That was insanely lucky by me. I hit both I had to hit both. Now his Kaiser Coliseum fizzles. So anyways, I used the Princess Sprout's effect to excavate the red tree. Now I used Hermitry's on-field effect. So Hermitry's effect is once per turn you can excavate the top card of your deck. If it's a plant-type monster, you draw one card. So I did the same combo. Princess, tribute itself, excavate the top card, then put it on top. Then I mill the Princess with the Hermitry, and I'm going to make a level 8. So I go for the guy in defense. I should probably bring it out in attack mode unless I'm playing a Soul Charge him, but I'm pretty sure I'm at 24 to his 10k. I got 2 cards left in my hand. So you can see I'm debating on do I want to summon it in attack mode or defense mode. So I decided to bring it out in attack mode. Maybe I have Soul Charge in my hand. So yeah, I choose the Kaiser. Okay. Oh, I did have Soul Charge. That's why you saw I thought about it. Yeah, it was pretty obvious. So I hit him for 23 and 15, and I lock his draw. So end phase the field spell, and I excavate Sage Koya and add the Charity back. Yeah, the field spell is so good. Just every end phase during your opponent's turn, you excavate the top card. That's why that field spell is very important. But I guess I'm going to go over the XYZ monsters effect. Its effect is you can declare the top card of your deck. If you call it right, you add it to your hand. If you call it wrong, you send it to the graveyard. You have to excavate it, though, whether it's a plant or not a plant. And its other effect, I think, is when a card is sent to the graveyard, when a card is sent to your graveyard during your turn, you can attach a material, then target one card in your opponent's field, and either A, place it on top or the bottom of the deck. So now I Miracle Furt, bring out the red trees. So this might be game. I mean, he couldn't stop anything last turn. I'm probably going to lock his draw again. Yep, I'm going to lock his draw again. Put that card on top of his deck. No, you can't chain it. He has to have an Iceworm monster. Oh, I think I knew he had that, right? Yeah, I knew that was his back row because he searched it early, right? Yes, I'm pretty sure I knew that's what that card was. That's why I wasn't afraid of it. Is this not game? 23, 27, this is 5,000. No, this is game, right? No. Yeah, it's game. Unless if I gave him the third upstart, which I think I did. I think I did play all 3 upstarts. So yeah, if I did use all 3 upstarts, it's not game. But what can he do anyway? I know his cards are Kaiser Coliseum, the field spell, and he just concedes. Yeah, he shows his hand Kage Tokage, and yeah, that is game. Yeah, he went to go ask the judge if he can. And yeah, Ben is kicking himself because you saw him right there. He was saying that he should have just held the Skullmeister and only used it to protect his Ophion. I think he got a little greedy there when he tried to protect the Dark Arm. He should have just let that gone through because if I can't deal with Ophion, I can't win. So I think, yeah, it might have been a small error on his part by not... he should have focused on protecting the Ophion instead of the Dark Arm. Anyways, so he goes normal summon caster, which gives him an additional normal summon for an Iceworm monster. Normal summons the Mandragora, and then I reveal Flying Sea. You can reveal Flying Sea when your opponent normal or special summons a monster. You special summon to their field, and while they control that card, they cannot XYZ summon. Which this deck, I lose to Ophion, so I got to stop them from making Ophion. Anyways, I upstart, and then I Lone Fire into the Hermitry. Yeah, I really like... You know what's crazy? I don't think I side in Flying Sea when I go first. I think I only side Rivalry. Anyways, so I use Hermitry's effect. I'm going to draw a card and add back the Charity with Sage Koya's effect. I remember I looked at my opening hand, and I was thinking, I need to see Flying C. I need to see Flying C because if he makes Ophion, I'm in trouble. But I got lucky, and I saw the Flying C in my opening 5 cards. Flying C is really good against Geargia, but I do like it again, I like it in this matchup going second, but I don't think I sighted it in when I went first, because Rivalry kind of does the same thing, except I can't like Rivalry's not gonna stop an already face up Ophion. That's why I like it going first. But Flying C is like I want to in this for this exact scenario. Anyways, what happened here? Field spell, I put the mushroom on top, and here comes Soul Charge. Looks like I'm paying 4. Yep, 4,000. And I'm gonna excavate. So I'm gonna try to snipe his back rows. Yep. Snipe his which back row did we snipe? Ben's looking at. I have not used the other Sage Koya. I used the Hermitry. Yeah, see, Ben's one asking what I've used already. I used the Hermitry, and I used one Sage Koya. I have not used the second one. So he's going to Chain Compulse. What do you compulse here? So he chose the red tree. He could have done a Lone Fire. He could have done the Sage. Because now I'm going to end on a level 8 and a level... Okay, so now I'm going to chain MST to get rid of his last back row, which was Mirror Force. I can't attack anyway because of Soul Charge, so it doesn't matter. So now I'm going to activate... Oof. Did I stack that? I don't think I stacked that. No, that's just lucky. That's just lucky. Hey, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. That was just lucky. Unless if I rearranged it. Maybe I rearranged it with Charity. Okay, so now I'm going to get the Princess. So we're going to do the level 8 combo again. Tribute the Princess. That's going to be the top card of my deck. Put the Princess on top. And now Hermitry. I'm going to draw a card. Now, it's not looking good for Ben. You're going to see here why. I am going to go for Aurea. And I'm going to try and put my Flying Sea back in my hand. So I'm going to use Aurea's effect. Aurea has 2 effects. One of its effects is you can send a plant-type monster from your hand or face up from your side of the field to rearrange the top of your deck based on the level the plant monster was. Yeah, you look at the top 8 cards, because I discarded level 8, and I rearranged them in any order. Now, this is huge, because you have to set up your turn in advance. This is why this is the hardest deck to play in hat format, in my opinion. Because I have to set up, okay, I'm going to use Aurea's effect. And I need to, what am I going to draw for my turn? Is my field spell going to stick? So yeah, there's a lot of things. What am I going to do next turn? But it looks like I'm going to excavate 1 plant. So return. So yeah, Array's effect is once per turn, you can attach a material to excavate up to 3 cards from the top of your deck. Now for however many plants you hit, you return that many cards on the field to the owner's hand. It does not target. So I'm going to lock his draw with Alce, and I have Flying Sea. So yeah, he skips his draw, basically, because I rise of him. And I have Flying Sea. So he special summons Mandagora. He's got all monsters in his hand. I don't see how he wins this game. Normal summons Caster, and I just drop the Flying Sea on him again. And he just concedes. Yeah, that's game. So I pull off the Legacy 2-0, and I'm going back-to-back finals with In-Hat. So we'll see if if we'll get our rematch. Again, he beat me in the finals of the previous hat tournament, even though this time I only recorded the top cut for this one. Because again, it was a small. We only had 10 players, so that's why it's kind of like, I'm not going to film the top cut. I'll just do the top 4. But what I will say is this. Would Ben have won had he held that Skullmeister? I think he 2-0s me. I think I couldn't deal with Ophion because it would have been the same thing. He lets the Dark Arm go. I excavate 5. And then he just stops my Marshall from targeting his Ophion, and I lose. I can't deal with the Ophion, and he wins. Yeah, he would have 2-0'd me. And yeah, just small mistakes like that, and then he, sometimes in Yu-Gi-Oh! You make mistakes, and you get punished. In this situation, he did. He did get punished because granted, a lot of things had to go my way. Like, I had to hit the perfect cards off Curry Bandit. And in Game 3, I drew not my one Flying Sea, but I saw one of my 3 Flying Seas in my opening 5 cards. We'll see if Ben can get to the finals next time. I mean, he usually plays Evilswarm and 6 Sam, so yeah, I'm rooting for him. We'll see if we can get that first win on the channel. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that match. Check out the link in the description. I have a coupon code for 5% off Yu-Gi-Oh! Singles and product at Epic Cards and Games. The code is my first and last name, Oscar Zelaya, one word, all caps. Yep, I'll see you guys next time.